I have a lot of new trending products to share with you. This video is really just a TikTok made me buy it kind of video because I feel like a lot of those purchases were inspired by like TikTok, the short form content, not just TikTok necessarily. I've been seeing these products everywhere. So I placed a decent size order here at Ulta. What is up with Ulta shipping? I feel like sometimes they take forever. I've been waiting for some of this stuff. What feels like forever. But let's just go ahead and get into it. First thing, I want to go over my re-ups of my hair products. I'm often asked about my hair products. I have naturally wavy hair. Not Your Mother's is the line I always go back to. I've used this for years. I've used both of these products probably like 10 times up. These are constantly being repurchased by me. So when my hair is damp and I get out of the shower, I use the Not Your Mother's Defining Curl Talk Cream. I buy the biggest size because I go through these so quickly. So this is the first thing that I use to scrunch and curl and apply in my hair when it's wet. And then to finish it up, or also to refresh my hair, so like the next morning if my curls aren't looking that great, I'll wet my hair and then reapply this in. This is the best product. If you have wavy hair / curly hair, the one product that you need of these two, ow. The product that you need is this one if you haven't tried it. This is a Not Your Mother's Activating Curl Talk Mousse. I love this because I like pairing it with this just to kind of seal up the curls for the day. Or, like I said, second, third day hair. If my hair isn't looking fresh, I'll wet my hair and reapply this, and it totally reactivates my curls. It's lightweight. It doesn't leave a crunchy hold or cast to the hair. So, I mean, these are the products that I use in my hair. They're my go-tos, my #1 favorites. I've spent a lot of money on some more expensive curly products. Not that they weren't good, but these are like under $10. And they're amazing, and they smell great. So I love the Not Your Mother's line. So I re-upped on those. Let's get into the makeups though. So I have 2 new brow gels that intrigue me of 2 different price points. You guys know, first of all, I'm picky with my brow gels. I hate when brow gels don't hold and my brows fall. So I've tested both of these, but we'll do another demo today. The first one is from L'Oreal. It's the Brow Lamination Gel. They just launched it. It's new. It's $14.99. Gosh, the drugstore is so expensive nowadays, but it's supposed to hold brows and lift them with up to 24-hour wear. I don't know about that. Sweat resistance, no sticky texture or residue. I would say the applicator is pretty normal. It's just a regular spoolie. So I used this yesterday, but I had foundation on beforehand, and I found that it was acting a little bit funny with the foundation. It was collecting in the brows, making it look dandruffy. So I want to test today with nothing else on my face to see if it gets dandruffy. Oh, I'm liking it a lot better today than I did yesterday. That's why it's so important to try products more than once. But I'm telling you, do not apply this with foundation already in your brows, because it will not in your brows, on your face. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, don't apply it if you have foundation on anywhere near your brows, because it'll collect and get gunky. I'm gonna add a second layer here to see if we get dandruffies. But this one did get a little dandruffy yesterday, but I think in large part it was due to already having foundation on my face. But on its own, I feel like it's not on its own, I feel like it's not combining with anything else, so it's not dandruffy today. Maybe like a little speck here and there, but the hold seems really good today. We'll see if the brows drop. I'm placing them a little bit higher than normal so we can see if the brows drop. Next up, I picked up a new brow gel from MAC. So this one's $24, $9 more than the L'Oreal. So this is the MAC Pro Locked Brow Gel. It has a 12-hour hold and a really interesting applicator that you'll see today. Okay, so while it looks really cool, nice and clean with the clear packaging, this will get dirty fast if you have any makeup on, if you've already filled in your brows. That color will transfer into here and will make it look pretty dirty, so I don't like that. But look at this applicator. I love the color, and it's really unique how there's spikes on one side, and then I believe you use the flat side to flatten, and that's going to give it a laminated look. So, I'm sorry I'm not close enough for you to see what I'm doing. going in the brows, and then we're gonna brush. So you can leave the brows like this if you're happy with the look of the hold it gave you. But if you want more of a laminated look, you're gonna flip it. I will say that the bristles on this are quite stiff and spiky. I mean, not that it's killing me or puncturing holes in my skin, but it's a little stiff. Flipping it to the flat side, and then this is going to give us the flattened look. Now, one thing I will say with this applicator is I feel like it doesn't direct the hairs as nicely as other spoolie applicators. I'm just struggling to get the brows placed where I want them. The hold seems lovely, but the applicator itself, like, look how nicely the hairs are directed on this brow versus this one. You can see me kind of struggling a little bit. I liked this more yesterday than the L'Oreal. Today I think I'm feeling the L'Oreal a little bit more. It is getting a little dandruffy as well. Not bad. It's not within the brows. It's rubbing away easily. We're going to let these dry. I'm going to quickly apply some foundation and concealer. Now that the brow gel has dried down, the L'Oreal has less of a hard dry down, whereas the MAC has more of like a crispy dry down. You know, there's like a cast over the brows. It's harder, but both are holding up really well. Yesterday I did notice that the MAC wore better, but today they're both looking really good and they're both holding really good, so I'm really happy about that. But let's go ahead and move on. It's Blushapalooza up in the makeup industry, as you know. I feel like all of my videos have been about blushes. I am doing / planning a big viral blush roundup, but I had to get this order in first for Ulta. So I'm gonna spend some time testing some of these blushes to be put in that video. I'm also waiting on my House Labs blush order as well before I can get that video rolling. But let me show you what I picked up. The first one, I was so excited about these. So Maybelline just launched these sun-kissed blushes, and these might look familiar to you because these are similar packaging to the lifter glosses, which are super popular. So I was excited about these. I picked up 2 colors. They are $11.99 at Ulta in the US, and they have 10 different shades. So these are supposed to give a glowy, sun-kissed cheek. So the shades that I picked up, you guys are gonna freak. They're so stunning. So I first picked up 05 Blazing Blush. Then look at that. I could not wait to get this on my cheek yesterday too. This is 03 Soul, S-O-L, Search. Look at these. Now they're quite thin. I used these for the first time yesterday. I still am going to have to use them some more. They're definitely on the sheer side, at least the shades that I picked up. But unfortunately, I didn't love these yesterday. The colors were very pretty. Like I said, it had that very sheer blend out. But my issue with these was it messed up the base underneath. It moved the foundation around. I was able to fix it using a dense flat brush. You pat instead of swipe, but the second you swipe, it will move things around. Like, I looked okay at the end of the demo because I was able to work everything back into place, but the fact that it moved it, that's an issue. Not a good formula from what I can tell so far. That was only my first impression, so I'm going to continue using it more, but I'm going to show you the video right now. It completely broke up my foundation underneath. These are not the lip glosses that you think they are. These are, because L'Oreal just launched their Sun Kiss blush. Kind of stinky. This pink has got to go first. This is 05 Blazing Blush. I'm going to do a little bit first to see. Okay, it's sheer. Just that little bit was quite pretty. Very liquidy, blending quite easily. Oh, looking kind of nasty. See, it completely broke up my foundation underneath. And that could be the foundation, but I don't think it's the foundation. As I'm lightly pressing it out, it's kind of fixing it, but not a good sign. This looks like a lip gloss. This is the shade Soul Search. Really hope this doesn't get icky, because that as a summer shade, we'll use this brush instead. This is messing up the foundation underneath. I think we can fix it. Don't swirl, use really light patting motions. I fixed it Kind of, but you have to be so light-handed and careful. This should stay in the lip gloss line. Colors, gorgeous, but they're a little complicated. So these are a little bit of a disappointment so far, but hopefully, I don't know, hopefully that was just a weird incident. Another liquid blush that I was very excited about was the new L'Oreal Lumi liquid blushes. So this is from the very viral Lumi line from L'Oreal, so I had to pick up a couple colors from here as well. These are a bit more expensive than the Maybelline. They're $14.99. There are 6 shades at Ulta. Maybe there's more on their own website. This is supposed to give a minimalist, soft flush of color and still be radiant. And they have 2 different finishes, a dewy matte, which okay, question mark, and a lit from within, and I got both finishes. We're gonna mess around with these today on the cheek. I'm very much hoping for a little bit of a better experience than the Maybelline. So this color that I have, number 605 Dewy Bright Pink. This is the dewy matte finish. A nice sponge tip applicator. I'm gonna leave the Maybelline at the top. Oh, that's immediately more pigment. We'll see how it blends out. Give me a second. And then this is one of the glowier finishes. This is Glowy True Rose. Look how pretty that color looks. We'll put this on the apple of my cheek. I feel like these have a lot more pigment than the Maybelline. Oh my god, my nails are disgusting. I haven't done them in months. Ignore them. Don't look too close. Yeah. These are giving very different than the Maybelline. Let's see. I'm going to start off with the glowy one on the apple of the cheek because I do have one more set of blushes to show you guys. So this is that True Rose. And to blend in, I'm using this Rare Beauty brush. Okay, it's blending out pretty easily. I'm watching very closely to make sure it's not moving anything underneath. And I can apply just a little bit more. It's not blending with ease. I did have to put a little bit more pressure to get the spot where I applied it blended out, but it looks pretty. I do see that subtle glow. There is some shimmer particles showing, nothing too unflattering. Let's try the matte color towards the back-ish. It's not really the back, but the back-ish of the cheek. This matte color sure got pigment. Oh my goodness. Got to wipe my brush off. Wow, okay. Immediately on my first impressions alone, I'm liking the L'Oreal Lumi way better than the Maybelline. I think the finish of that dewy matte is pretty. It's not like a flat drying matte, but I wouldn't call it dewy either. I'm gonna use a brush to start off the blend. I don't notice it moving around anything underneath. And when I used the Maybelline yesterday, I used this brush. This brush is just a little too dense for the Maybelline because of how liquidy it is, and it's not flat, so there's little hairs sticking up with some space in between. That was what was contributing to the foundation underneath moving. These I'm having a much better time with. I'm not going to say it's not patchy because I see a patch right here. What's up with these liquid blushes being patchy? It's barely noticeable. Like, generally speaking, I'm saying this is a good formula on first impressions, but I see a singular patch right here. So I'm going to continue to use this and keep you guys updated to see if anything changes. The L'Oreal is coming on top over the Maybelline, but I'm not sold yet. But that might just be a today thing. I don't know. Now, I finally was able to get my hands on the new, and I mean, this is so viral right now, NYX Buttermelt Blushes. I did just talk about recently the bronzers from NYX of this that are very popular. I don't love that as much. I don't think it's really worth it for the type of powder bronzer that I'm looking for. I think it's too pigmented for me. So I wanted to see the blushes. I picked up 2 different shades. They have 12 shades. They're $10 each, a really great price. So I picked up Had Butter, really smooth, bright. I'll have to do like a sunset blush color. Wow, that's quite pigmented. And then I picked up a glowy finish. This one is in the shade Getting Butter. And I'll put that one on the apple of the cheek. Yeah, because I can see that little bit of glow. These seem quite pigmented. We'll see if I like their level of pigmentation that they have, if I think it's too much or whatever. But the bronzer does have a very buttery blend. So just so that I can test the two colors, we're going to do a little bit of an ombre. So I'm starting off with Getting Butter. I'm going to use a light hand. It seems a little less powdery than the bronzer. I was able to get a not too pigmented first application with using a light hand. So I will go in with a little bit more, and do know I tend to go a little overboard with blush in my videos specifically to make sure you can truly see the finish, because it can wash away pretty quickly on camera. That's pretty. I had a really easy blend. It wasn't too pigmented, but it is a buildable formulation. So you can get pigment if need be. I'm just wiping off my brush right now. And then I'm going to go in with Had Butter. This is a fun shade, not one that I would usually go for. We're going to keep this towards the back of the cheek. Ooh, how pretty is that? And also, how pretty is this ombre here? No, for a powder blush, these are a really nice formula. I think of the blushes that I have today, these are the ones that perform the best. I definitely, oh gosh, I think I prefer this formulation over the bronzer, just in the way that I like to apply my blushes. I think, surprisingly, like, I have a lot more versatility to use it how I want than I thought. It's more flexible than I thought, and I'm liking it more than the performance of the liquid blushes. So I'm into that. That is really nice. Which brings me to my last complexion product that I picked up. I talked about this on a shopper drop that I was intrigued. I love this L'Oreal Infallible line of cheek products. So they just launched a new Fresh Wear highlighter. It's expensive. It's $15.99 at Ulta. I picked up the lightest shade. I don't know if I should have, but this is Icy Gold. It looks intimidatingly bright in person. If you lift it, it comes with a little mirror. I did not know that. Now the shift in the swatch is more gold than white, so that's good. It's not as gleaming as I thought it was going to be. Let's see it on the face. Using a Sigma Dream Glow brush here. Do it on the powder side first. It's pretty. It's not the prettiest highlighter I've ever used. Like, I don't think it's giving me a hydrated look or anything. But it does soak in nicely to the skin, giving it a glow from within blend. It's just not as smooth looking as I prefer. Now this side has the liquid blushes on, and it's blending over that liquid stickiness pretty easily as well. That's pretty. I'm not going to say it's a must-have, especially at $15.99. Like, you can get better quality highlighters for cheaper. And I do notice after this first time, I don't know if this is hard pan or what. But anyways, that's very pretty. I'm not mad at it. The last two items that I have are for lips. This one I'm scared but excited at the same time and very intrigued. So this is an influencer-owned brand. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. I'm just not even going to try. But this is the lip liner stain. It's a peel-off. I see everybody on TikTok using this. So finally, I am trying this. Just trying to get her open here. I got Mauve, shade 02. So let's see. How scary is this? Okay, so I'm going to apply it, and then we have to wait for it to set. And it has to be applied evenly too. No, I'm not a fan of lip markers, so hopefully this is different. This is hard to get a defined, clean line with. Okay, so we'll see. I'm going to wait for this to dry, and then you peel it off. Okay, I'm so impatient, but I feel like it's all dry. So let's peel this off. Okay. Thumbnail, Jose, thumbnail. Oh my god, that came off in one piece. So, yeah, where I didn't get it to look defined, it does not look defined. Okay, let me try the top now. Oh my god, that peeled off way better than I thought. I thought it was gonna be a wreck. I need to work on my application a little bit more to see if I can get it more defined and clean looking, but the stain is surprisingly not too dark. It's natural enough. Like, I wonder if I put it all over my lip, if I'll be good with color all day. That worked out way better than I thought. So I'm gonna definitely have to continue to use that. The last thing that I picked up is a lip product. This is from Tarte. One of their confusing lines, but I thought I bought a shimmery one. Turns out I didn't. This is the shimmery one that I wanted. So this is the Maracuja Lip Plump Rosy Copper Shimmer Glass. So we'll see how this looks. I'm pretty sure this is the right one that's supposed to be really pretty and glimmery. Oh yeah, that's looking really good. Let's try it. Go closer again. Okay, that's what I wanted. It is giving metallic lip though, which I don't necessarily know is flattering. Okay. It definitely needs a stronger lip liner to go with. But I take back my incorrect review where I said that this wasn't glimmery enough. It's glimmery enough. Just get the one with the metallic packaging. I cannot stop playing with these little things that I peeled off my lips. So satisfactory. I'm gonna have fun with these. Anyways, I also think these L'Oreal blushes are going to last forever because they are not really wiping off. That's a good thing. But that is everything that I recently picked up from Ulta. A lot of these purchases were inspired by what I was seeing online. Like, I probably would not have purchased these myself to find out if it weren't for the internet convincing me. So today was an interesting video. Lots of fun stuff. You will be hearing about everything again, either in my speed reviews or especially with the blushes. I do have that viral blush formulation video coming up pretty soon. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it entertaining. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to my channel and like this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one.